On September 8th, 2025, a human body was discovered inside the front trunk of a Tesla impounded at a Hollywood tow yard. The body is badly decomposed and wrapped in a bag, and the case is immediately escalated, with police treating it as a death investigation, possibly homicide. Except this isn't just a regular death. The death is linked to one of the most prominent names in the current music scene. While he denies his involvement, there is some rather startling evidence pointing towards him. Today, lady and man, we are taking a deep dive into the horrific murder case involving the famous musician, David. And buckle up, because things are about to get a little bit strange. David Anthony Burke, better known by his stage name David, is only 20 years old. He is a Houston native raised in a devout Christian household, and eventually he would be discovered through TikTok for his music. His songs Romantic Homicide and Here With Me became some of the biggest songs to be discovered on social media, propelling him to insane global success. I actually like his music. At least I liked his music. I don't think I want to like it anymore. But with this kind of spotlight, every detail became magnified. Whispers of rumors, screenshots of old chats, photos, every movement he made was watched very closely by fans. And in this case, those fans seem to have found more evidence than the police ever could. We'll get into that shortly. Around midday on September 8th, a foul odor drew the attention of workers at a tow yard in Hollywood. The Tesla, with Texas plates, had been impounded after being abandoned in the Hollywood Hills, specifically in the Bird Streets neighborhood weeks earlier. The car sat unmoved, and inside the front trunk, or the frunk, workers found a human body sealed in a plastic bag, dismembered, wrapped, and severely decomposed. The coroner's office gave details. Female, black wavy hair, about 5'2", wearing a tube top and small black leggings, stud earrings, a yellow bracelet, and most importantly, on her right index finger, a tattoo with one word. Shh. The Tesla is registered to David Anthony Burke. Authorities make it clear that the vehicle had never been reported as stolen. David, through his representatives, insisted that he is cooperating with the investigation. After the discovery, missing persons reports were re-examined, and one name keeps resurfacing: Celeste Hernandez, missing since April 5th, 2024 from Lake Eleanor, California. Celeste was only 13 years old when she vanished. Her family reported her missing after she failed to return home. All of David's concerts are cancelled. Crocs and Hollister pulled campaigns that featured his music and image, collaborations with other artists are shelves, and social media splits into three groups. You have the fans that demand the answers, the fans that rush to defend him, and then the people that fuel conspiracy threads, scouring tattoos, Discord leaks, lyrics, and all of his images for hidden meanings. And theories start to spread like wildfire. The biggest and most obvious is the tattoo that I mentioned earlier. This tattoo is matching between David and Celeste. So people start to see this tattoo as undeniable proof of a personal connection. Not only that, but Celeste's mother says her daughter had mentioned an older boyfriend named David. So fans dig into alleged chat logs claiming David spoke with underage girls in online communities. Lyrics like Romantic Homicide were then dissected line by line, reframed as confessions instead of music. But we have to remember that rumors are not evidence. Still, authorities escalate their investigations, search warrants are executed at residences linked to David, and all of his electronics are seized. The LAPD is now classifying this case as homicide. Okay, look, with everything publicly shared about this case, I'm talking like proper news sources and journalism, it is possible to believe that all of this is merely a very big coincidence. It sounds stupid, but realistically, anything outside of genuine reputable journalism is nothing more than speculation. However, and it is a very big however, it is hard to deny some of this evidence posted and shared among social media. But before I start, I am not at all saying that any of this evidence that hasn't been shared publicly by reputable news sources is 100% definitive evidence that David is guilty. I am not at all trained to tell you if he is guilty or not. The only thing that I can do is share what I've researched and leave it up to you to decide your own opinion. Does that sound good? Okay, cool. Let's get into it, because there is a hell of a lot of fucking evidence. Photos of David and Celeste together have started to surface, showing that they did in fact have a personal relationship. These photos don't technically prove that they are romantically involved, but they do show a personal connection linking the two. And look, I am not gonna lie, there are a lot of fucking photos. There's also the fact that Celeste's family has come out and said that she was dating a musician from LA who was older and his name was David. Okay, but here's where things start to get really weird. Some screenshots from David's Discord have surfaced, and in these screenshots, it's not only shown that David is constantly asking about Celeste, but also that he often added underage girls. There's also this time he was seen on a live stream with a girl that looks exactly like Celeste. Look at the outfit that Celeste is wearing in the missing persons photo and the outfit the girl is wearing in that stream. In fact, a lot of people are coming out and saying that David was kind of weird the whole time. Why did no one come out earlier? If you knew he was weird and adding underage girls to his Discord, that's pretty weird, isn't it? Not to mention the leaked song from David, which is literally titled Celeste. I'm not actually sure if this song is real. You can't really trust anything now. This literally could be AI generated. I don't know. Who the fuck knows at this point? Regardless, it really isn't looking good for David. But I just have one very, very big question. Why would you murder someone and leave their body in a car registered under your name and then just ditch the car in LA where surely you knew that it would get impounded? I just don't really understand the mindset here. Maybe I'm just not psycho enough to come up with a plan like this. Surely you would know that eventually someone would find that body in your car, right? Right now, we don't actually have any real proof that David murdered Celeste. The next few days are definitely going to be pretty wild and pretty eye-opening, and I'm definitely going to be keeping up to date with everything going on. But regardless, David seemed to have done some pretty sus things. Even if he gets cleared of, the murder charge, we really need to be looking into everything else. What do you guys think? Is David innocent? Like, share, comment,